Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Mike. Today I thought that I would show some of you young guys out there that cooking is not something that's beyond you. It's actually pretty easy. Today we're going to make some nachos just to show you that there's food out there that you can make that doesn't come from Taco Bell. So for this we're going to need some lean ground beef, which I have here. Looks good, doesn't it? Some cheese. I've got the 3 cheese. It has cheddar, Colbry, and Monterey Jack in it. Should be a nice topping for our nachos. Some Old El Paso taco sauce. Some Old El Paso jalapenos, and this is very important, the taco seasoning sauce. Again, this is the Old El Paso brand. Now there's other brands out there and they work just as well. This is just what the local store by me had. So, and then the other is the Tostitos, the nachos, right, that you put your stuff out. Right now I have the hot picantes sauce from Tostitos, and the medium salsa con queso, which is this right here. This is medium heat. You can get hotter, you can get no heat at all. Doesn't make any difference. But this is basically how you go through it. You basically you start out with a warm pan. Into your warm pan, you lower your meat into it. Get yourself a nice, sorry for my reach, spatula. Start breaking it up. Now you can add oil to your pan, but I find that as the hamburger meat starts to brown here, it puts plenty of grease in the bottom of the pan where you don't need to add any other oil to this. So you get your hamburger meat browning up here, broken up as well as possible to begin with. I'm loud when I cook. So here we got our meat starting to go. A little Santa Claus 30 spoon holder. It is the holidays. Now, while you're cooking, I always find it's best to make sure that you're well hydrated or starting to dehydrate. It makes it a little bit easier. A little bit of rum, a little bit of Coke, and you're ready to keep going with your cooking. Now as you get your meat going good, you just keep breaking it up. So, I don't know, I just don't like big chunks of meat in the nachos. It's smaller pieces that you can get, and you get better seasoned meat when you add your dry powder, and it's more tender. And then you're not overcooking anything and you're not undercooking anything. If you get everything brown with the smallest pieces of meat as possible, then you're not overcooking your meat. And that's one thing that's essential here. Don't overcook your meat. Otherwise, you get bubblegum meat, stuff you gotta really chew on. So just to get to the point where it's not pink anymore, and you're done browning your meat. Okay, now we come to the next step. Take your meat that you've browned and drain it. Best way to do it is just pour it right into a good metal strainer. I don't like using the plastic ones. I mean, I do use them for pasta, but I'm just too concerned about the stuff coming out of the plastic. I don't know, does anybody else have that kind of concern? I know I do. So then you strain your meat out halfway decent, put it back into your pan. And then bring it back to your oven, to your stove. Huh, say that 10 times real fast. Bring it back to your stove. Now this particular package of seasoning says that you add 1 cup of water, so that's what we're going to do. Just follow the directions on your season package. You take this, add your seasoning. That smells good already. Look, you smell the taco mix. Good stuff. Anyway, we'll mix this around, make sure that the seasoning is nice and diluted and absorbed into the water. And then it'll absorb into our meat. Okay, for those of you that don't really know what a simmer is, I'm going to show you here. It's not quite a boil, okay? See how it's bubbling up here? But it's not violent. This is a simmer. This is nice. What we're going to do, we're going to let this simmer. And we're, you know, low to medium heat. And we'll play with the heat, keep it nice and bubbling. Not boiling hard, but just nice. Got a little bit of steam coming off, which is very good. Oh, this smells so good. So here we are, stirring it, mixing it up really nice. It's coming along well. Just letting this liquid basically boil all the way out. I think if you didn't want to use as much water, you might not have to. Just get the seasoning packet. Get down here where you can see me. Get the seasoning packet mixed up to where all the seasoning is liquefied. Because you want to thicken up, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. I'm hoping you can see this okay, but you see how the bottom of the pan, the sauce isn't running anymore? See how we just have thin veins of moisture? We're getting a nice thick sauce out of this. It's just coating the meat. You ready to pick this up a notch? Here we go. We're adding our taco sauce. Let's pour that in like so. Mix that around. Look at that. Nice gooey gooey. Again, we're going to let this simmer. We're going to let it thicken. Okay, now we've got it thickened up again. You can see when you draw it to one side, it kind of slowly oozes back. It's a terrible word to use, I guess. But it slowly, there's not much, there's no liquid there. It's all pretty well bound to the meat. That's what we're looking for. It's a nice nacho meat base. So now what do we do next? We're ready to start topping our nachos. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start making our, turn my heat off here. We'll start making our meat nachos. Nice chili based nacho here. Spread out some meat. Let's pile on. I really like a lot of meat, so let's pile it on here. A little bit more. We got a lot of nachos on the plate. And it's New Year's, so it's a party. And there's a nice starting of one. Now we can add just a little bit more of this old El Paso taco sauce. We'll add a little bit more of that to the top. Not much, because we're going to be adding more of the other sauce later too. I think this just adds a little bit more flavor to it. We've already simmered it. And now we're adding some pure. So next thing I want to add is just a little bit of the salsa, or the nacho cheese. Cover the top. Looking good already, huh? And we add a little bit. I'm going to have to mix this up a little bit because it's kind of separating. Not disorganized nature here. Then we add, well, let's do it this way. I'll sprinkle some of this out. Nice salsa. Now, for our cheese. And like I said, I got the cheddar, the Colby, and Monterey Jack style cheese. And this is going to set this off. Sprinkle a little around the top. Look at that. Now, if you're a black olive lover, you gotta look on this one because I don't add. I like them, but not that often. So I'll eat this with it or without. What I want to do next is I want to melt this cheese a little bit. So what I do is I go to my toaster oven. Get this guy and look at that. Nice melted cheese. Yes. But we're not quite finished yet. We got one more step. So as my good buddy Emerald would say, well, you know, he's not really my good buddy, but I'm cooking today, so that kind of makes all the people that do cooking shows your buddy. What he would say is, about to kick this up a notch. Bam! 1 jalapeno. Bam! 2 jalapenos. And let's just go for the whole. Bam! Look at that. Some nice jalapenos on the top. Garnishes it off really nice. And let's make one more because we got a nice pinwheel going here. So we get one more nice jalapeno. Put her there. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? We're ready to dig in. Happy New Year, everyone.